What's up, everyone? Welcome to Trading with Mello, where trading gets simplified. Join me as we break down market moves, uncover the market secrets, and master the art of trading. I'm Trading with Mello, your trade architect, and today we're going to be reviewing a USDCAD trade that I took. So let's just go right into the charts, and then I'll show you how to spot opportunities like these. Okay, so in this, we're going to discuss what was the thought process behind us getting this buy, why did we target this particular area, and how the entire trade went. So I'd like to state that I usually begin my analysis on the higher time frames, which is the weekly and then the daily time frames. Okay. So before you get into any particular move, you want to establish, let's call it the trend. Okay. You want to establish the direction of the market. Where is the market likely heading to? And as retail traders, we have to understand that if we are in the overall direction of the market, it increases our probability of winning our trade. So in this particular market, let's go on the weekly time frame and then we decide why we said that this particular market was heading for higher prices. So just looking at this end from the most recent price action in the weekly time frame, this is how the market looks like. The market has been consistently forming higher highs. Okay, so we created a new high at this point, and then we came down all the way here, then retraced, and then broke this particular level. Okay, so if we broke this level, what would we say? We're still going for higher prices. There's no indication here stating that the market wants to come lower. And if you look slightly above here, we have this single long wick, which we would consider liquidity. So in the long term, the market is heading to clear out this area, in my opinion. So now we've established on the weekly time frame that this particular market is breaking highs, therefore it's going up. Okay, and that alone is not enough for us. That helps us to get an original direction to say that, okay, if within this week we're going to be looking for longs, or within this week we're going to be looking for shorts. In this case, we're going to be looking for longs. So when we have that, obviously we all know that the market does not move in a straight line. So we're also not executing on the weekly time frame. We're not position traders. We are day traders. Okay. So if we want to execute this particular trade, we start framing our analysis on the daily time frame. So now we have our direction. We now go on the daily to go frame our analysis. So let me just demarcate the chart into weeks so that we can follow. So this is this week's price action, which is not what we're looking at. We're looking at last week's price action, which was right here. So let's go on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, this was last week, Monday. This was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Okay. So how did we define this particular point? We define this point by when we come to the daily time frame. Okay. The same thing we saw on the weekly, stuff like this. 1, 2, market moves down, forms a high, and it's coming back. Okay. For those of you who have been following the lessons on this particular channel, we all know that this particular area is a bullish order block. Why is it a bullish order block? Because this is the last bearish candle before this bullish move to the upside. Okay, so we have our week, which started here on Monday. When our week opened, we were inside a bullish order block. So inside a bullish order block, we have a major indication that this market could go up from this point at any time. So in the daily time frame, we also have our bullish order block. So daily time frame, bullish order block. Weekly time frame, the market is poised for higher prices, or we'll say the market was in an uptrend. And then now, we now go on the intraday time frames. By intraday time frames, I would like to say anything that is 1 hour and below. Okay, that is what I consider an intraday time frame, and that's where we're going to be looking for our entries. So we're referencing our entry off of this particular order block. And if we look closely, okay, for those of you who've once again have been following, if we look closely, this particular order block had an imbalance, which was here. And this particular imbalance was filled right before Monday. So we have criteria, another criterion that meets our trades, the fact that an imbalance has been filled. So imbalance filled, daily time frame order block, weekly time frame bullish market tendency. So we have three confluences for this particular trade. So with three confluences, we can say that we have enough reason to want to take a buy. So in this particular market, once you've established the direction you want to see the markets go, I would advise strongly that if the market is printing data that states that it wants to go up, do not go and be looking for sell moves. Okay, we are speculative traders. In as much as people don't want to accept that fact, retail trading is speculating. Okay, what the market makers are doing, we are speculating what we think would happen due to their actions. So that is why we set stop losses. That is why we enter the markets with caution, because in as much as we are taking very, very educated guesses, we have to understand that in the end, the guess is still a guess and the market could go in the opposite direction. So now we are looking at this particular trade. So this is it. So now we go on the intraday time frames. Okay. And this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let me delete these annotations. So right here, we are on the weekly time frame. Okay. On the 1 hour time frame, sorry. Let's go back and get our daily order block inside the picture. So I hope we're all following so that we can get this completely. Okay. So this was Monday. Monday opened, and then we took a trade into. I said we took a trade. The market moved away from our what's the name? Our order block, because this was the opening of Monday. Okay. So we open all the way here. Then we come back and then trade into the order block on Tuesday. Okay. So Tuesday we trade again into the order block. For those of you who follow the lessons, if we are trying to establish the high or the low of any week, okay, there is a small template that we may follow in this sense, that we look at the candles that traded into our order block. The order block we drew on the daily time frame. And I also like to mention that the order block is not a single candle, in as much as we've been teaching it like that. There's more to it. And I also teach that on this channel. But for now, let's look at the traditional definition that we have of the order block, the last selling candle before that buy move on the higher time frame. We had Tuesday, this price action trading into this particular order block. Okay. So if we look properly, the sales that traded into our order block started here. Okay. Which is from 11 all the way to 3 o'clock. I hope you guys are seeing it. Let me zoom in. So we see this is the move that traded into our order block. So for us to be able to establish that the low of the week, in this case, since we're looking for buys, and the low of the week has been formed, what do? We come here and then we place a line, okay, over the top of this move. We usually use the bodies of the candles, okay, but still we need to see price trade past it. So we use the body of the candle in this sense. So this is the body of this particular candle here. So then price comes here on Tuesday and then trades into the zone. After trading into the zone, if you wanted to take an intraday trade, okay, by intraday trade, I mean like you just taking the trade and then getting out probably by the next session or once the day ends. We have confluence for taking a buy over here during the switch my time because I usually teach you guys with UTC London. So let's go back to UTC London. During this, looking at this pair, USD card, but this opportunity presented us in the London session. I remember taking this trade. So we can take this trade here because with our confluences, we traded past Asia's low. And then within the London session, we also have this bullish order block here. Okay, imbalance getting filled and then price tapping into that zone. We can take buys all the way to target this particular point. But on that day, we wouldn't have had our target hit. You could have gotten out here. Then once we trade past this point, okay, we can establish that the low of the week, which would have been here, has been formed because we saw price trade past this particular point because the candles that led into the order block here have been traded past. So ideally, the market is not supposed to move beyond this point because that should be the estimated low of the week. Okay, this Monday low would not really count that much because this was formed in the Asian session. We're looking at the pair like USD CAD. Then we have price trade all the way very close to this on Thursday. And then what happened? By Friday, we had this explosive move to the upside. When we were targeting, we usually target liquidity pools. So the reason why I set this target, my target was somewhere around here. I think it was an imbalance on the 4-hour time frame. Not the imbalance. I think I targeted this. Oh, I'm sure it was an imbalance on the 1 hour. I think. Mm, all right. I can't find what exactly I targeted within this range, but if my memory serves me right, it was an imbalance. So I targeted an imbalance. I can't really find the time frame. So I targeted an imbalance, and also there was a long wick up here that was indicating that we had a lot of liquidity up here. So let's do a quick recap. We said that we are looking for the trend on the higher time frame. Okay, so we identify our trends on the higher time frame. We come, let's say, a time frame lower, like the daily time frame, which is also a higher time frame, to identify support and resistance levels. Okay, in this case, we're looking for buys, so we're looking at a support level. So we have our support level in the sense of a bullish order block. Price comes, taps into our bullish order blocks, gives us signs of like signs of support, signs that show that we are actually going to the upside. So we take our trades in the desired sessions on the intraday time frames, and then we target liquidity. So if you paid attention to what we just said, you might have actually just formulated a small trading plan, okay, from this particular video. If you don't see those checks, you do not engage in a trade. So let's see. That was it for USD card. For those of you who would want to join my Telegram, I'll leave the link in the description. If you also want to learn something, you can just comment under this video and then I'll try my best to give you that information.